Hello everybody, welcome to Thursday's video. This one's going to be pretty cool, and by the way, make sure to drop by later on because we're doing the live stream of the Platinum Pool Arena here on the RichTheMan channel. Yes, I'm coming back to do a little live stream on here. Of course, it's going to be good fun, but do bear in mind as well, I do live stream a lot more over on Twitch, especially for a lot of the content like Act 6 and the monthly Cavalier difficulty and stuff like that. If you do want to check that out, then it's on screen and links are always in the description to these things. So yeah, we're at 1,514 followers. Following is free, and as well, if you want to like stay and come on by and like support, it does mean a lot. As we push to get to 70 concurrent viewers to then get monetized on the platform, so becoming partnered. So if you want to help out with that, then please come on by. At the moment, I'm doing Act 6.2.4. as I've just done 6.2.2. By the way, I will be re-uploading those videos to here at the weekend. Now let's go on to the subject of this video, which is all about the puzzle. Now, a little while ago, I did a puzzle video. This, I believe, is an older one. Unfortunately, I deleted a lot of my old puzzle video stuff, my PNGs, my old ones that I'd made, and as well, because some of the thumbnails have blurs in them, I can't really differentiate what I put in them. So that's annoying, but going back to some old ones, like about a year ago, I should have really stuck true with my predictions of like Charles Xavier and Apocalypse, as they turned out to be correct, which was weird as anything. But there's a lot of red herrings still with the game, what Kabam are doing. I'm still sticking true with the idea of like I want Gwenum and as well Spider-Woman, but as well going with these links that recently came up with I think it was the West Coast Avengers, or I think I'm going to go West Coast Avengers, or the New Avengers, or something that Gwen pulls in that links to Black Cat. And then as well this link here. I'd love Tyler Daystrom, Cable Sun. I want Cable Sun. Tyler Dayspring, sorry, and as well Genesis. Man, there's so many characters to remember. Okay, without further ado, let's just get into this and covering here. First of all, Professor X. I mean, yeah, look, people were on about this from the beginning, and it just seemed to be more of a logical thing as it went on. I had this thought very early on it was Professor X, and I went off of it for about, I think, a year or so, until then it became possible to link with the Phantom X thing, which is annoying because it does eliminate where Apocalypse is, because I had this theory that, you know, this was about Phantom X being X-Force. First of all, I had the prediction that it would be Apocalypse, and then I changed my mind to Phantom X. You can see how indecisive I am with committing, especially after a year. You kind of get bored of the same predictions and you want to kind of liven it up. But the reason I've got Guardian linking to Sasquatch there is just it seems to be more, well, correct with the way that the Alpha Flight's put together, and as well, you know, the link of the month with Sasquatch. By the way, Kabam may be watching this and going, oh, ha 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 ha, we have actually kind of rejiggled this, and then sooner or later you're going to have a State of the Battlerealm being released. Ha ha ha! Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks Kabam. Sorry, you dropped inputs. But here with this question mark, then this is the issue I have. And I think there's going to be something linking to Realm of Champions. Now, if you've seen a previous video, you'll know that on Rich's Realm, by the way, Rich's Realm, in the link in the description, it's the Realm channel, there is a Wolverine coming to the game, or a Wolverine house. So there will probably be some sort of character in some kind of fashion. I've got this weird theory that it could be a Dakin character, or like a even though it has like a Japanese vibe to it, whether or not there's something that's more like a genetically enhanced type of character to deal with, but it may be more in keeping with like a samurai type setup that you might see. Over to the far left here, this is the one that interests me the most. Now, do bear in mind, this may be something that I would say that I might have got wrong, but again, it just falls into this kind of Kabam red herring thing. And this is why we need a new State of the Battlerealm, just to kind of see what the tie-ins are. So right at the top, I've got Immortal Hulk, and as well Mortal Abomination, sorry, because there is another type of abomination, linking off here because it's, you know, Hulk, and then Immortal Hulk. That's just the running theory. So I kind of feel it's either going to be that, or it's going to be this US agent and Falcon. I don't know. Is it going to be like Falcon, Captain America, or Sam Wilson, Captain America? I'd love to see that. That's a character I'd love to see in the game, especially to have that kind of like shield usage coupled together with, if Falcon, which is being buffed, and it's kind of like, not sus, but it's kind of sus in some ways. If you see my video about the synergy connection and the coming soon, then it does give me these kind of like US agent vibes, especially as the US agent has picked up Mjolnir in the past. And I'm not saying that it could be like a definite thing, especially like trying to go, oh, were they teammates for a time, US Agent and Thor? And as well, maybe it's kind of more in keeping with, because it's Thor Ragnarok. Is it a Ragnarok type kind of association and teammate thing? So is it Valkyrie? You know, those are key things as well, just to kind of like kind of rule out, but at the same time, keeping a back of your mind, because you might be like, this could have a good link. Up top, there is a Marvel Realm there's something down here with Storm where she's got this kind of like glowing red, the same way that glows red, and the same way that there's a few other kind of things like that kind of like entropy or whatever that's going to be glows red. So there's a link to Marvel Realm, I want to say. Not 100% sure on that, but you know, could be. So I've put up top Web Warrior, and the reason I put Web Warrior now is that I just feel if this is meant to be something of a sort of link to the Spider-Verse characters, which is here, then it could be a logical association. Not to say it is, not to say it isn't, but it does look logical. However, though, again, it falls down to Kabam's red herring algorithm in that anything could be possible, and they're out there just to confuse you and throw you off the trail. Spider-Woman and Gwenom, two characters I've kept on there for a long time. Personally, I think they'll be a good fit. They'll be great for the game, and especially adding a new symbiote. But at the same time, Gwenom being more of a modern symbiote would be a cool link, especially with a character like a ferocious symbiote version of Spider-Gwen. I'm all up for that. I'm all up for that. And Spider-Woman, I think, is just one of those characters that it would be good to put in, especially to kind of like bolster the line. Yes, would we like to see Spider-Man 2099? Yes, would we like to see Iron Spider? Of course we would, even though there's a Stark enhanced suit that's kind of it, but it isn't, because it's not the one with the golden spider legs, which again, we'd love to see that in the game. So, where do we go from here? Well, I've got Monica Rambeau, if I've said that name correctly. Very powerful, imbued with some kind of power similar to Captain Marvel, would be a good addition. Of course, I would love that to be put in. And as well, because the character is actually going to be in WandaVision, you kind of think that would be a December champion. So December's a weird one. We see the launch of Marvel Realm, and as well, we've got promotion that would have to go out for WandaVision. So would there be something of a link? I've got this feeling in my bones that we're getting a 3 champion month in December. One will be to promote the show, and then there will be also a double champion to promote, or single champion to promote Marvel Realm. Don't quote me on that one, because it just depends on certain things, like will both characters be featured in some way of opening up the portal? Will there be something more? Will this be Galactus? So there's about I think I've got 3 theories for the month of December, because they need to promote Marvel Realm. It's not cross-play, but there's a connection universe that needs to be kind of addressed. Right, down below, or down here to the right, Tyler Dayspring, get that name right, and Black Cat. 2 characters here that link off pretty well, one cable to there. I would just like the character to be put in. Genesis is a pretty powerful character, pretty powerful mutant. The mutant line went quiet as of September, quiet in October, quiet in November, and will it come back up to life in December? Doubtful, so look to your early next year's 2021, I reckon, to see that. Black Cat would be a good link to an event with Spider-Man. Would that be good for like a double character being put in between a Spider-Verse champion and 2 Spider-Verse champions? Yes, of course. I've put the version from PS4, the PS4 Spider-Man. So yeah, take it or leave it with that one. But you know, they'll come up with their own design. Maybe go classic with it. Up top, as I said, my predicament is that we've got Immortal Hulk linking off from OG Hulk. Yes, that seems to work well. The link between Cap World War 2 is like, unless there's going to be something in a story arc that will kind of like link them. But it's like, is Kabam throwing a red herring? Yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Can you repeat the question? But yeah, it's just finding a good place for it, because it could be a case it's right down over the far left-hand corner, and being where those 2 characters are, US Agent and Sam Wilson. By the way, it doesn't have to be them, but it looks like it could be a logical one. and then up the top, like switching positions. That's just my theory with that. Over the right hand corner, we have got Tigra and we have got Hitmonkey. And those two kind of question marks. I don't know, I feel that because there was a link before with all of them that there could be something. I'm just clutching at straws really to kind of put them in there. They could be over the other side as two random unassociated question marks with the state of the Battlerealm. But again, it goes down to Kabam want to throw red herrings in to go, do you think it's this? Well, it's actually this, but we're going to let you believe it's this. So I'm not falling in for that trap so much this time, but definitely putting in possibilities for these question marks. The Karina one is a bit of a difficult one to get in place. Will this be something of a new champion coming in that has association with Act 7 or Book 2, Act 1, and the continuation of that book? Is that kind of a book like leading up, starting up something that's not vibrant, or I don't know really how to explain it, but the fact is, if they're trying a new story arc, then the champion that links off and has connections to the Watcher and Karina needs to be something of a big deal to then be the big, I don't know, protagonist of the new story arc, which is already being prepared. I can imagine that's already being prepared, especially if they're about to launch the thing. So it'd be interesting to find out what the future is, and as well, maybe there's a cutscene at the end of Book 2, Act 1, to kind of give an idea of what the future holds. And then we've got Red Goblin, of course, that needs to be there, as that's just there, the link. It's a part symbiote. It's got links to Norman Osborn, Vulture, and Green Goblin. Synergy association is something as well to consider, and all this stuff, it kind of works well with, again, synergy association. So I guess that's it. I guess that's where like a lot of the state of the Battlerealm works, is synergy association with stuff. So that's most of the time that's the case. Sometimes it's to do with like how they came in on a monthly basis. Down the bottom here we've got DragonMan, and as well a few other characters as well to kind of explain. So above my head at the moment. Yeah, look, we're coming into the end point of the year, and it's pretty obvious now that it's going to be champions like association with Herald of Galactus. We have got one more Herald of Galactus to add in. I've put in Nova, the female Nova form, which is Frankie Reyes, I think, or Reyes. So that would be a good link in. I think it would be nice to consider some other options, but let's face it, we've had a lack of females all of a sudden, so I think it's a case that Kabam may look to put in some more female characters. A female Herald of Galactus would be a good kind of addition, and Galactus being the linking point here to opening up something to do with Marvel Realm is still an ongoing theory that I have. There could be another one though, and that could be quite major, but at the same time, how Galactus plays into the future of the contest. And as I said, my theory back a little while ago was a Heralds of Galactus type war. So a Herald's War for book, maybe Book 2, but the problem is at the moment it's all about Karina and this mysterious character here. So if Book 2 is all about Karina and Entropy Challenger, Griever at the End of All Things, I think that's what's called, End of All Time or whatever it is, and as well like a few others that I know people have like thoughts of. Someone said Singularity. There's other people with different theories as well, as per the comment section of that video. But still, it's exciting to know where we might be going, what is going to be the big thing between the contest and Realm, and is there going to be one more Herald added in? Also, whilst researching the video, especially the Herald's portion, it was nice and pretty cool to see this this kind of like chair meeting thing of Thor before I think he became Herald of Galactus Thor, and all the other Heralds of Galactus were there. Also, learning about a different type of Silver Surfer was quite interesting. And that Silver Surfer, there's this new comic book line called Silver Surfer Black. Now, this one was last year when this was made, but it's interesting to know that he went up against the enemy Null, and as well as a result of him like using his powers and kind of regressing himself a little bit, he started turning black. It all kind of comes to a head where he kind of goes and finds Ego, so the planet Ego. I mean, if you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2, you know who Ego is. and he imbues him with a power. The power is so powerful, right, that is kind of, I think, part of him kind of turning from silver to black. And at the end of the fight, because this is a limited run, he kills himself as a result of emitting all this power to Null, which blasts him to the other side of the universe, and he falls to, like, I think, like a dead planet or dead star. So it's kind of the same thing. And he uses the last of his powers, and he dies, but he creates his home world as a new planet, so it gets to live again. So that it's an incredible run. I would say go and check it out. Silver Surfer Black, limited run comic book series, but it looks really cool. There we go. That has been a video. Thank you very much for watching. It will be really interesting to see where the state of the Battlerealm goes in the next update that we get, the next kind of like mapping or champion release. But as well, the December release is going to be quite crucial as to where the storyline goes and how they look to factor in Book 2, Act 1, and the future with the storyline. Either way, very excited for the future of the game and the new champions that can come in. Make sure to check out some recently posted content up there, and as well, make sure to check out Rich's Realm and Twitch channel where I do a lot of live streaming. And I'll see you tonight as well. Good day, God bless.